Welcome to Larry Under Pressure. Today, we're turning up the flavor with a quick and easy shrimp fried rice, made entirely in the Aroma rice cooker. No stove, no stress, just press and cook. Let's dive into this savory, shrimp-packed dish that's perfect for busy nights or lazy weekends. Grab your ingredients, and let's get cooking with Larry.
Welcome back to the channel. Larry here, and we're gonna cook up the third dish with fried rice in the rice cooker that we've done in the last couple days. The first one we did was egg fried rice. The second one was chicken fried rice. And this is the third and final one. And we're gonna do shrimp fried rice. I've tested it and it comes out really nice and really delicious. So let's get into it. And I'm going to show you how to do it, and it can become one of your favorites. The first thing I'm going to use is 1 cup, and by cup, I mean one of these cups that comes with the rice cooker. I'm using long grain white rice, and it's been washed and rinsed so that until it came clear. By doing that, I can assure that it's going to be fluffy and not stick together. Then the next thing we're going to do, for every cup of rice, you're going to put 1 1/2 cup of tap water. It's just that easy. So for every cup you put in, you've got to put an additional 1.5 cups of tap water. The next thing I'm going to put in there is some ginger, some fresh ginger that I've grated up. And that'll add a very nice flavor to it. Got my ginger in there, and I'm going to add just a pinch of monosodium glutamate, which is MSG, and that'll give it a salty flavor from the Orient, one that we like. And I'm going to use some coarse ground salt and pepper because that's what I like. You can use regular salt and pepper. And as you notice, I'm not measuring. I'm just using what I think is going to taste the best to my taste because it's so variable. And that's the reason for this. I'm not going to actually print you a recipe per se. Just follow my lead and put what you want in it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some mixed vegetables. And I'm adding mixed vegetables that are all kinds of different vegetables. Some people prefer just the carrots and peas. And if that's the case with you, you do it the way you want to do it. And I'm going to put in quite a few to add lots of color and flavor to the dish. Next thing I'm going to add is just a dash, and you don't want to use very much because sesame oil is very, very strong tasting, and a little bit of it is really good. A lot of it is really bad. So you can see that I put in just a little bit of it, and then I'm going to put in, I guess if I had to measure that, it was probably 1/2 or 1/4 teaspoon. Then I'm going to put in a good bit, probably 2 to 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, and you can use light, you can use low salt. I'm using just the regular Kikkoman's soy sauce, again because that's what I like. So we've got the basics ready. Then we're going to plug in the rice maker, or the rice cooker, put the lid on, and as you know, when you plug it in, it's on. When you unplug it, it's off. There's no switch for on-off on the rice cooker, but there is a switch on the front, and when you first plug it in, it's going to be on warm. What we want to do is push it down to the cook position, and what it'll do, it's going to begin heating and cook until it's boiling. When it finally boils off enough water that it can get up to a temperature above the boiling point, it will recognize that it's time for the rice to be done and shut down manually. So we're going to let it cook, and probably let it cook now for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'll bring you back and we'll give it a stir. Stirring is not absolutely necessary, but as you've heard me say before, I like to do it because it seems to make the rice a little bit better cooked than if you just leave it alone. So I'll be back in about 10 minutes and we'll give it a stir. This rice has been cooking for 10 minutes now. So let's give it a stir and see what it looks like. You can see it's boiling slowly. The vegetables that I put in there were frozen, so it takes it a little while to get up to temperature. And it's far from done. It's probably going to be about 30 minutes altogether of cooking. So there we go. We've got that stirred up. We'll put the lid back on. We'll give it another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll check in on it at that time. With that soy sauce smells real good, the aroma coming out of there. I'll be back. We've been cooking for 15 minutes now. So let's give it one more stir and see how we are. It's beginning to firm up a little bit now. It's not quite done, but I'd say we're within 4 or 5 minutes of being done. And you'll notice, and I didn't say anything about it because it's pretty obvious, but the shrimp aren't in there yet. The shrimp will use the residual heat from the rice after it's done to cook the shrimp, and that way they won't overcook. I'll be back in just a minute. It ought to cut over to keep warm, and at that point we'll go ahead and finish up with the recipe. There it went. We've had almost an exact total of 20 minutes of cooking time, and it now has automatically cut over off of cook to warm. Let's give it a stir and see how it looks. Looks good. Looks really good. It's about the right consistency that we wanted, and everything looks right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our shrimp, and these shrimp I bought at Walmart. They come in I think it's a 2-pound bag. It's about $6. And I bought the uncooked, peeled, deveined, and heads off. And I'm using just, you can see, not even almost 2 pounds, not even a pound, because I'm not using that much rice. If I had more rice, I'd use more shrimp. And we're going to put these in here, stir them in, cover it, and let them sit here with the rice cooker on warm for about 5 minutes until those cook and pink up. When that happens, I'll come back and we'll take a final look at them and dish them up and give it a taste. If by chance they don't get cooked to the point that you're happy with them, you can always turn the pot back on, move it to the cook setting for just a few minutes and get it good and hot again and make sure those shrimp are done. So I'll be back and we'll give them a final check. Let's take another look at them. They've been sitting here now for about 5 minutes since the pot cut over to warm. And we want a nice pink shrimp. And those of you who know much about cooking shrimp, you know there's a real fine line between shrimp being cooked enough and being overcooked, and they get real rubbery. So that's the last thing we want. These look like they're doing well. Let's stir them around just a bit. And I'm going to taste one of them to see how they are. That's about the best way to tell. That's real good. I think they need to sit there for about 3 or 4 more minutes, and then we'll do a final test. It's been 33 minutes since we first turned this on to cook, and I'm sure it's ready now. One thing though, it's not as dark as what I like, as I've said on the other two, so I'm going to go ahead now and add a little more soy to liven it up a bit and make the rice a little bit darker. And then we're going to stir that and dish it up and give it a taste. While I'm stirring this, and see those shrimp are nice and pink, let me zoom in on that and show you what they look like so you'll have a reference for color. See, they're good and pink, and where they've been deveined, that is spreading, which is a good sign that they're done too. What you can do, I've used this same recipe before and used the shrimp and the rice and everything else, but instead of using the soy and the sesame oil, I've used Cajun, like Cajun seasoning, and made it a Cajun dish, and it turned out really, really good too. So this is a very versatile recipe, and one you can make either Asian or Cajun, or you can probably come up with some other things. If you have some other ideas, leave them in the comments below, and we'll give them a try and get it on the air and get it out to everybody so other people can enjoy your success. Okay, I've got them on a little plate there. Let me move around here behind the camera where I can and get this over here, and we'll give it a taste. It's going to be hot. Very good. Get a shrimp. Look at that perfect shrimp. They're just right. They're not mushy, and they're not all hard and dried out. We've done a great job. Okay, I highly recommend that you try this because it's good, it's inexpensive. Those shrimp are in the frozen food case at Walmart. They're inexpensive and they're good. They wouldn't be great if you were having just shrimp, but when you have them in something like this, they're especially good. Try this and see what you think, and leave comments if you like it, or suggestions of additional ingredients we might put in it to make it better, or something you'd like better. And remember, I did this recipe on a real loose basis because it's just the way I want it, and I want you to be able to make this your recipe. So you put what you want in it, and you put the relationship of ingredients in it the way you want it, and experiment with it a time or two, and when you perfect it, then you've got it. And you've got it exactly the way you've wanted it, not the way I like it. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, we'd love to have your subscription. I'll leave a link, an Amazon purchase link, and the information below about how to purchase the rice cooker on Amazon, how you can purchase it through our channel, and it helps us a little bit and doesn't cost you any more. And also, I'll leave a link to the other 2 rice recipes that I've done in the last couple days in the rice cooker. And on each of those, I'll leave a cross-reference to the other 2. So enjoy, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for visiting Larry Under Pressure. If you enjoyed this easy shrimp fried rice recipe, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a pressure-packed meal. Got a rice cooker favorite of your own? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to try it. Until next time, stay cool and keep cooking under pressure.